Level 1. The Initiate. You don't sleep on a bed anymore. You sleep on the stone floor of the temple hall with your arms at your sides and your eyes closed and your breathing controlled, because the masters say that how you sleep is how you fight, and how you fight is what you are. The floor is cold. It has always been cold. You stopped noticing after the 3rd week. You came here from a village near the Epool River. What the Noxians left of it, you don't talk about that. None of the initiates talk about where they came from, because the Order of Shadow's not interested in where you've been. It is interested in what you can become. Your days begin before light, formations in the courtyard. Falling, getting up, falling again. The senior acolytes move through the drills like water through cracks in stone. No wasted motion, no hesitation, no gap between thought and action. You move like someone still learning that a body can be a weapon. You're someone still learning that. You're not permitted to ask about the shadow magic yet. You can feel it in the temple, something at the edge of sight, a darkness that doesn't behave the way shadows should. The older students carry it in their tattoos, inked in patterns that seem to shift when you're not looking directly. You don't ask. Asking's not how you earn answers here. You earn answers by surviving the training. You earn answers by not quitting. The ones who quit, the temple doesn't announce it. They're simply gone one morning, and no one marks the absence. And that silence is its own instruction. Level 2. The Acolyte. You have a shadow now, or rather, your shadow has you. The tattoo took 3 sessions. Black ink worked into the skin of your forearm in the old Ionian patterns, and something in the ink is alive in a way you don't have a word for yet. When you focus, really focus, the way the masters showed you, the shadow at your feet moves a half-second ahead of you, like an echo that precedes the sound. It's disorienting, then it's intoxicating. Then the senior acolytes catch you practicing alone and tell you coldly that intoxication is exactly what gets you killed. The shadow magic comes from the tears of the shadow, a power so old that the Kinkou Order locked it in a catacomb and called it forbidden and never fully explained why. You know why now. It feeds on something. Some internal resource you can't name. Something between will and identity. Use it wrong and the shadow doesn't just move ahead of you, it starts making decisions. Your training partner is a boy from Navori who doesn't speak much and is already twice as fast as you. You spar every day. You lose every day. He doesn't gloat, he just resets to starting position and waits. That's more demoralizing than gloating would be. You think sometimes about the Kinkou, the order that held this temple before Zed took it, that trained in balance and restraint and the preservation of Ionia's spiritual harmony. You think about the choice Zed made when the Noxians came, and the Kinkou's masters said not yet, and weight and balance must be preserved. You think about the Epool River. You stop thinking about the Kinkou. Level 3. The Shadow Warrior. The first mission is real. Not a drill. Not a simulation in the temple courtyards where the worst that happens is you hit stone instead of a training dummy. A name, a location, a reason given only an outline. This person has been feeding information to the Noxian occupation remnants still embedded in Ionia's northern provinces. The Order has verified it. The Order has decided. You go at night, which is when the Order goes everywhere. The target is asleep. You are in and out in under 4 minutes. You do not let yourself think about it until you are 3 districts away, moving across rooftops with your shadow pulled beneath you like a loyal dog. Then you stop on a high ledge and breathe the night air of Ionia, flowers and rain and distant cook fires, and you file the feeling away in a part of yourself that you are learning to keep separate, sealed. The Order calls it discipline. You suspect it might also be called damage. You do not pursue the distinction. What you know is this: the Noxian invasion happened. The Kinkou watched and waited and balanced, and Ionian villages burned. The Order of Shadow did not watch. It acted. And action has a cost, and you have agreed to pay it. And the only question now is how good you become at the work. You become very good. Level 4. The Shadow Blade. You lead missions now. A small team, 3 warriors, yourself in command. The Order assigns you targets the way a craftsman assigns jobs, methodically, without sentiment, based on what needs doing and who is capable of doing it. Your team is yours to manage. Their success is your success. Their failure is your failure. Their deaths, the Order does not say this explicitly, but the implication is structural, are your responsibility to prevent and your burden to carry if you don't. The work is varied. Sometimes it's assassination, clean and surgical. Sometimes it's intelligence, infiltrating a Noxian-aligned merchant's compound near the coast, copying documents, leaving no sign you were there. Sometimes it's enforcement closer to home, members of the Navori Brotherhood. the nationalist faction that operates in the Order's shadow, have been using the cover to pursue private vendettas. You are sent to remind them of the difference between Ionia's protection and personal ambition. Kane trains somewhere in this building. You've seen him. Zed's personal student, the Noxian child soldier taken from the Epool River massacre, shaped into something extraordinary and unsettling in equal measure. He moves through the temple like he already owns it, like the question of who leads this order after Zed is already answered in his own mind. You watch him, and you file the observation away. In the Order of Shadow, information about the people above you is the only insurance that matters. Level 5. The Shadow Captain. Half of your work now happens in rooms, not on rooftops. You plan operations, you assess intelligence, you coordinate with the Navori Brotherhood, carefully, arm's length, the way you'd handle something that bites, on missions where the Order's goals and Ionia's broader resistance overlap. You have 6 teams under your command, 32 warriors, a network of informants embedded in port cities along the coast who report to you through cutouts and coded messages. The Kinkou are a constant complication. Shen and his scattered remnants move through Ionia doing their own version of protection, quieter, more principled by their own accounting, refusing the shadow magic that Zed built this order on. You've crossed paths with them twice. Both times ended in an uneasy non-confrontation. 2 groups of Ionians in the dark, both claiming to protect the same country, neither able to fully explain to the other why their method is right and the other's is not. You think about that sometimes, not often. The Order doesn't encourage it, but the question sits in you somewhere. What does Ionia become if the Order of Shadow is what saves it? What does victory cost beyond the individual deaths you've already learned to seal away? You write the mission reports, you attend the briefings, you train the teams that are coming up behind you. Level 6. The High Shadow. You stand close enough to Zed now to see his eyes through the mask. They are not what you expected. You expected the cold certainty of a man who made a catastrophic choice and never looked back. What you see is something more complicated. A man who looks back constantly and has decided anyway, every single day, that the looking back doesn't change the answer. He took the tears of the shadow. He killed his brothers and sisters in the Kinkou. He built this order on a foundation that the First Land's oldest traditions call cursed. And every morning he wakes up and does it again because the alternative, a Noxus-occupied Ionia, a people who survive spiritually balanced and physically enslaved, is worse. You understand him better than you expected to. That worries you. Your role is strategic. You translate Zed's vision into operational reality. You manage the high shadows who command below you. You interface with Ionian political figures who cannot be seen dealing with the Order officially, but who send quiet requests through channels you've spent years building. You know which provincial leaders owe the Order their safety. You know which ones resent it. You know which Noxian agents are still embedded in Ionia's reconstruction government, and you have files on all of them. The shadow magic is deep in you now. The tattoos cover both arms and part of your chest. When you are calm, your shadow is still. When you are not, which you are trained to ensure almost never shows, it moves of its own accord, a half step ahead, a mirror of a mood you aren't displaying. You have learned to read it the way you once learned to read weather, a useful warning system aimed entirely at yourself. Level 7. The Master of Shadows. There's only one rank above you, and it is occupied. You are the second person in the Order of Shadow. In practice, this means you are the person who runs it. The day-to-day operations, the resource allocation, the hard decisions that Zed has delegated because his attention is on the larger shape of things, threats to Ionia that extend beyond Noxus, the void incursions in the east, the whispers about darkened weapons being moved through Ionian territory. The thing Kane brought back from his last mission, wrapped in cloth and radiating something that makes the air feel wrong. The Order you help run is not universally loved in Ionia. The Kinkou call it a corruption. Zaya and the Vastian freedom fighters have fought your agents in the eastern provinces over questions of what Ionia's protection is allowed to look like. Irelia, the blade dancer, the woman who held Ionia together by will and steel during the second Noxian invasion, has said nothing publicly, which is its own kind of judgment. You know what this order costs. You have always known. You simply believe, and this belief is what separates the rank you hold from everyone below it, that the cost is correct. That Ionia needed a weapon more than it needed clean hands, that someone had to be willing. The temple is quiet at this hour. Your shadow moves at your feet, patient and dark and perfectly synchronized. It has taken years of practice to make it do that, to pull it back into perfect alignment, to keep it from reaching. Somewhere below, initiates are sleeping on stone floors. You remember that floor. You remember what it cost you to stand up from it every morning, and what you decided in those early cold hours, that you were willing to become. You have become it. The question you no longer ask is whether that was the right answer. The question you live inside now is simpler and heavier. What do you do with it? The temple offers no answer. The shadow at your feet offers no answer. You walk back into the dark,